What's going on, guys? We're starting back off where I left off yesterday, working on a 1964 Kennedy half dollar. This coin is 90% silver, and I'm going to be making it into a size 11.5 ring today. Today is the last day of the Coin Ring Maker October 50% off clearance sale. So if you would like to save 50% off a handmade coin ring, you can shop through the link on my profile or the gold chain at the bottom of the screen. I'll go ahead and pin it real quick here. There we go. So y'all can check that out while you watch. What I'm doing here is annealing the coin, so this is going to make the metal softer and easier to fold and shape into a ring. Nice. This is a pretty satisfying part right here. We'll try to get in real close. Go nice and slow. Nice. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Fix my lighting a little bit over here. I'll hop over here to the 1-ton arbor press. Take a look at our coins so far, and then we'll start folding it. So this is called a doming block, and we're just going to set the side of the coin we want facing out on the ring face down, just like that. And I like to put a ball bearing on top and just give it a nice fold. Yes, it's a 90% silver 1964 half dollar. Now we're getting a bit of a cone shape on it. I really like how In God We Trust comes out on this ring. You'll see it when it finishes. It's pretty cool. I'm just going to go ahead and fold it the rest of the way here. Very nice. Sometimes you can get a little bit of wobble after that push, so I like to check it right here, see if it's got a little wiggle in it, and flatten that back out. I sure do. Certainly. I mean, every journey starts with the first step. At least I'm trying. Haters gonna hate. Potatoes gonna potato. Yeah. Here is our coin so far. I'm going to go ahead and sand this edge right here, make sure that's nice and smooth before we start stretching this. Good morning, Splash. How you doing? That's great. I've been making coins into rings for over 3 years. And you know what's cool about that? Is if you Google coin ring maker, my website shows up. Can you Google let me see here, Platinum Smith, and does your website show up? I don't think it does. Just saying. You know, I'm very comfortable with my level of skill in jewelry making. Not classically trained, self-taught, and successful enough to still enjoy what I do. So I ain't even bothered, bro. I do it because I enjoy it. Might not be your cup of tea. And if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. I ain't forcing you to watch me work, you know? There's plenty of other things you could be doing. This is what I'm doing. This is what I choose to spend my time doing. I like it. Taught myself to cut my own hair. Nice. How does that tool work? It's pretty cool, actually. So this is called a ring stretcher. It's got a handle here. When you lift up on the handle, a spike comes out the top. And the spike is wider at the bottom than it is at the top. So as it pushes up, it pushes these splines outward, and that stretches the ring. So you can see it's skinny, there's no gap between them. And then you push the lever up, and it kind of pushes that outward. That's how that works. It's pretty good. Very useful tool. I like it a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna do my thing. Here is our ring so far. We'll get a little better light. Yeah, I couldn't see the splines. I understand. It's pretty cool, though. You got a ring stretcher, too? Very nice. I actually have two. I have my secret ring stretcher right here, hidden in a bunch of junk. That's for really tiny rings, like pennies and dimes. That's what I use it for. But that baddie over there, that's my workhorse. That thing gets work done. Well, for anyone who's just joined in here, I'm Coin Ring Maker. I make coins into rings, and today is the last sale of my 50% off October clearance. So if you guys want to take advantage of that, the website link is on my profile, or you can just go to coinringmaker.com. You can also shop through the gold chain at the bottom of the screen here. Just go take a look. Tell me what you think about shopping through TikTok. I think that gold chain is actually a pretty nifty feature, because you get to still hear me talk and stuff. Like, you don't have to leave TikTok to shop. It's pretty cool. Take a good look at our ring so far. So now we've got it decently stretched out. We'll go ahead and check the size. Got about a size 13. This needs to be an 11.5, so that's cool. Finally started Splash's website last night. Very nice. That's what I like to hear. That's cool. So we're going to wrap some blue monster tape around this ring, and that's going to help protect the outside detail as we send it through this next tool. It's called a Swedish wrap. That's going to help us make this nice and small, or smaller than it is. Right now it's a size 13. We're going to get it to an 11.5. First, we need to complete a donation order for 30. I mean, it's all one step at a time. I have faith in you. If anybody here likes turtles, make sure to follow Splash the Turtle. It's probably the coolest turtle I've ever seen. Turtle paints pictures. It's freaking cool, man. Everybody gets all excited about elephant painting pictures. I think turtles painting pictures is rad. So, if you want to check that out, give Splash a follow. Totally worth it. Just 1 second. All I'm doing is raising a point. Is it illegal to destroy currency? So it depends on how you're doing it and kind of what your motive is and the end result. So like if you're making art or jewelry, that's really not a problem. In the United States, the law specifically speaks on fraudulent defacing of currency. So that would be like taking a penny and making it look like a dime and trying to spend it. So don't do that. But as far as making jewelry or coins into jewelry, it's totally legal. I've done my research. Don't even worry about it. There's thousands of people worldwide who do this every day. I really didn't know that the coin ring making community was so big, but there's actually quite a few of us out there. And I have never seen like a precedent or an existing case where someone served time or had to pay a fine because they were making coins into jewelry or anything like that. So that would be the real test. Like if you can find an existing precedent where someone's been prosecuted for it, that's a good way to tell if it's legal or not. My best understanding is that it's very similar to penny smashing machines you might find at an amusement park. As long as you don't have like fraudulent intent, I'm pretty sure it's on the up and up. I hope that makes sense. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, there's Splash's sticker. Pow! All my TikTok friends over there. No, you're fine. I appreciate you addressing it the way you did. Some people blatantly just think they know already and say, hey, you're breaking the law. And they're a little rude about it. And it also kind of makes them look a little silly because they're wrong. And like someone who's live broadcasting that they're doing this to, at least 500 people right now, you think I might have a decent understanding of whether what I'm doing is legal or not. But, some people think they know better. So I appreciate you asking. Are you a jeweler, or did I just pick this up as a hobby? It started as a hobby. Now I look at it as kind of my second job. So I do this 3 days a week, and I do my other job 4 days a week. And I don't know, I really enjoy this. It's pretty fun, but it's not quite full time. That really falls under like freedom of speech, I think. And I think you have a right to be disrespectful, if that makes sense. Like, it may not be the most humble thing to do, but I think legally, like, you can. Doesn't that look nice? But again, I'm not a lawyer, so if you're really curious about it, that might be something you could bring up with someone who's officially trained. I did do that on the specific subject of making coins into rings. If you'd like to read the blog post that she wrote answering the question whether it's legal or not, That is up on my website, coinringmaker.com. It's about a 3-minute read. I think she did a great job on it. And that's where I send people who are like super stubborn in their belief that what I do is illegal. I'm like, go read this. It's written by a lawyer. She knows what she's talking about. And for anyone who hasn't heard yet, there is a 50% off clearance sale. Today is the last day of October, so it's the last day of the sale. If you want to check that out, you can shop through the gold chain at the bottom of the screen or the website linked on my TikTok profile. You can also just visit coinringmaker.com later today if you don't feel like shopping right now, but you think you might after a while. 50% off is the best markdown I've ever done on my store. It's kind of a customer appreciation month. I've been lucky enough to, pay my bills doing this, so I felt like I'd be nice and lower my prices down as low as I could for a whole month and just let everybody who wanted a coin ring have access to one. It does make it more comfortable. So on most coins, there's a little bit of a lip on the edge of it. And on the inside, it does become a little uncomfortable. So I do cut that away. And it just makes it more comfortable. It also makes the fit a little more consistent. So it's all the way smooth going on the inside of the ring instead of having a little bump on the end. Like on a quarter, you can see the raised part on the edge of the coin. That becomes kind of uncomfortable, especially on larger coins like $50 and dollars. So I like to cut that away. Yeah, it's pretty sharp. Been doing good. Happy Halloween, everybody, by the way. Hope y'all have a fun and spooky night out there. Yeah, I can resize rings. Usually only rings that I've made myself. I have tried to do like fancier jewelry that's been made by like Jared and stuff, and that didn't go as well. So if you order a ring from me and it doesn't quite fit, you can send it back and I'll resize it for free. But that's about the extent of resizing that I do. Take a look at our rings so far. I think it's looking pretty solid, guys. I've only been making coin rings for 3 years, so if you got it that long ago, it's probably made by someone else. But if it is a coin ring, I could probably resize it. Oh, that's okay. What kind of coin is it? You got me curious. Got a Morgan yesterday to go with the... Oh, nice. You'd be dual coin ringing. That'll be a good look. Yeah, I like those Morgans. They come out really nice. It's a Morgan silver dollar from 1876 on the inside. You can't tell from that side. Oh. Yeah, I could resize that for you. Comfort fit, sounds like. Yeah, that should be the next one I work on as soon as I get this one finished. This is the Morgan. So if you'd like me to resize that coin ring for you, I've got a button on my TikTok profile. It says get a quote. Just tell me a bit about the size it is and the size you need, and remind me that you're the guy with the Morgan who wants it resized, and we'll get something going for you there. Right at 11.5. Go clean this up a little bit, and we'll get started on that Morgan so you can watch. Just use a little steel wool to knock this fire scale off of here and make it nice and shiny again. Now this is 4-0 steel wool, so it's super fine steel wool, so it's not going to scratch up the surface of the coin. As far as antiquing, I don't usually antique because it makes my whole shop stink for like weeks, even if I do it outside. So that might be something you attempt to do yourself. I know you can do it with like hard-boiled egg shells and just like a Tupperware, and just leave your ring in there and it'll antique on its own. But it's not really something I do. I like to make my rings as shiny as possible. It's just kind of a personal design choice. Yeah. And I stand by it. Looks pretty good. There's definitely a bit more polishing and cleaning up I can do for this, but I can finish this up a little later. Get started on that Morgan dollar. In about 5 minutes, because I have to re-download these videos and it's a lot easier to do when they're smaller. So I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes.